Good evening, good evening, good evening. I trust you had a good day. So here we are again, once again, and it is still day 12, but today we are going to be talking, this evening we are going to be talking about healthy snacks. What shall we do for healthy snacks and how having healthy snacks could really help us? And what are the benefits of doing that? So we're just going to dive into it. So I just want to say welcome, welcome once again to the live show with Verna. So for those of you who don't know me, I am Verna Haywood, and I have a podcast called The Unstoppable Life with Verna. You can't keep a strong woman down. I also am a certified insight coach, holistic insight coach, and a wellness therapist. So I was qualified over, I have over 30 years or 3 decades in the industry and a lifetime of experience. So I grew up on plant and herbs, and I always see it as medicine. And as my grandmother would say, plants and herbs and foods are medicine for our bodies. So today, what I thought was, I wish I could say welcome to my kitchen, but I don't have the gear to really tape from my kitchen. So I'm here in my studio, and I'm bringing to you a a lot of different things that I've chosen on what we're going to be talking about in terms of snacks. Because when we are busy, we are running around, we're grabbing whatever we can to eat, and sometimes we're not necessarily thinking about how they might affect our bodies or how they might affect our cells and the immune system and the different organs or the different defenses system that we have in our body. So today I'm coming to you and I'm talking about that. So we are going to be talking about we have a world of different varieties of foods. So I'm going to be talking to you about that. We are looking at some super snacks, some super foods, and how those foods taste amazing. I generally try to have them at least in my diet during the daytime. So I try to have that. And if I'm having something at night, then I will have something as well. But what I want you to know is that every day you should have something in your snack or food, whatever you choose to do it, that you have the five defensive. You have one thing that covers the five defenses in your body. And that would really help you with the fighting defenses. So I have got some snacks here at my side, and they are packed with nutrients. And we're going to start off. One of the things that I did was look at the defenses in my body. So when I became really ill, I needed to find something more that would really help me to strengthen my inner being from the inside. So which is working with the five defenses in my body, which is my genogenesis, which is all about blood vessels, because we're creating new blood vessels every single day, and which means we need to take in the right nutrients to really help that. We also, so that helps to boost our genogenesis. And then we have our stem cells. So we need food that will support our stem cells. And we have our microbiome. Again, we need like boosters for that. So you have your probiotics and your prebiotics. And we have our DNA, which is our protection. It protects us. So we need foods that is going to help to lengthen our telomere and keep us as healthy as possible. And finally, we have our immune system. So we need to eat foods that will boost our immune system. So when we talk about these things, what do we know and how do we look after ourselves? So one of the things that I did when I found out about my cancer, I went and I delved further. I did some research and I came across a doctor. He's a doctor, but a scientist, and also he's a angiogenesis expert, which means he studied the blood vessels, he studied the systems of the body. And so I listened to him, and then I bought his book, How to Beat Disease. So eating to beat disease. We're not eating for eating's sake, but we're eating with a purpose. We're eating with an intention, and our intention is to keep our body healthy. So I'm going to start off with I have the different types of food. I don't know whether you are going to be able to see them, but I have them on a tray here. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So these are all the foods that I got here. So I'm not sure. I hope you can see them. And that will help to give you an idea of some of the things I will be talking about. If I can bend it a little bit so you can see, I have different varieties of food that we will talk about in this session. And easy things that you can put together and have as a healthy snack. So here we go. There we go. If you have any questions, put your questions in the comments, or you can send me any thoughts that you may have. I know I have seen some of you coming in and you're going out, and that's because I guess you are quite busy. So first of all, I'm going to be, you can have like um, different types, as I said. So let's talk about angiogenesis, which I said is about the blood. So we want healthy blood vessels. And one of the things that is very good for that is green tea. So I have different types of green tea. I have green tea with lemon, because lemon is cleansing and refreshing. So I have green tea with lemon, and I also have green tea with lion's mane mushrooms, because mushrooms is very good for us. So I have green tea with mushrooms. And I take that because what that does, it helps with my brain. So I take that to really help me with my brain. So if you want to see, so it's green tea with mushrooms. And that, the green tea, it contains a nutrient. I'm going to try and pronounce it, catechins, and that helps to inhibit the angiogenesis. So it inhibits that, and we have that the cellular regeneration. So you want to eat foods and snacks rich in antioxidants and your vitamin C. So, for example, like your oranges and your grapefruits and things like that, you want to be having some of that in your food. So I forgot the grapefruit and I forgot the orange, but you have like a leafy green. So I have some leafy green here. So I have some leafy greens. This is like my spinach and my watercress. I say watercress is very, very good. So I eat a lot of watercress, and I do eat spinach as well, and all the others. And I have kale as well. So you want to have your leafy greens, and that would really help. As I said, I didn't bring any citrus, but I do have that in the kitchen. But you also have your berries. So you have your raspberry, blueberries, and things like that, blackberries. So I have some berries, and I have, yeah, so I do have my berries, and you can have that. You may find as well, so you can use that to make your smoothie. I do have a banana, so you can use that to make your smoothie. So sometimes I make a smoothie and I make it with either coconut milk um, or almond milk, and I use that, and I have my berries, but I would also have my kale, or I would have my spinach and other leafy stuff, and I would have a green apple in there, so like a uh, delicious, one of those delicious apples. I'll have that in there, and sometimes I may put avocado, but I also have my flax seeds, and also I have my my chai seeds in there as well. So I make sure and have something really healthy. So you can have it on its own, or you can have it in a delicious smoothie, or you can put that in a bowl and you can have that with. Sometimes what I do as well, because we're going to talk about it, I grind all my nuts up and I would have that as well. So I have a really full breakfast, or I can have it as a snack with my yogurt or whatever during the day. And that is really going to help to boost my angiogenesis. Other things you can have as well is grapes, like your red or black grapes. You have your artichokes. You can have that, and as I said, your leafy greeny stuff with along with your berries, and that really, really, really helps. The other thing that I found, because one of the things, you need the blood to be circulating, so you want to have that fresh blood, because if you don't, when I go to take blood so that they can test, if I don't drink sufficient water as well, I don't produce, my body won't produce any blood. So sometimes they can't take the blood test so they can find out exactly what's going on with my system. And that will be the same for you as well. That would really help you to bolster you. Then we come to stem cell support. So your stem cells, that will help you as well. So like certain foods can support your stem cells. Um, as I said, I use flaxseed. So when I do something, I make sure that I have at least one of every system, the defenses in my food. So when I take that, it really helps me. So you have your flaxseed or your chia seed, or you can use them both. I tend to, and they are packed with omega 3. So you have your omega 3, and that helps to maintain a healthy stem cell function. So they add texture. You also have like your fruits as well. So you have your fruits which you can take. You have dry fruits and nuts, and they provide you with the healthy snack, the fatty acid that you need. So you have your salads as well. So you can use your salads. I don't eat ice cream because that's not something that is not healthy for me. So I don't eat ice cream. You have your blueberries, your raspberries, and your blackberries. And all these things help to build the system, because you have your antioxidants, which is going to help you. So it's called your superoxide, this Matias or Matisi, or well, already pronunciation it, which is excellent for reducing oxidative stress and supporting your stem cells growth. So you want to really support your stem cells so that they can grow efficiently and effectively. The things that I tend to do is use a lot of those things. And then we come to our microbiome. So, we talk about the angiogenesis, where we need to boost our blood. So we're producing new blood capillaries and cells. And then we have our stem cell, which we need to support. So we're getting the right thing to support our stem cells. And now we come to the microbiome booster. So this is about your probiotics, food that probiotics and rich in probiotics, that is really going to help you. And these are what I have here on my tray. I'll show you what I have in a minute. So you want to have food rich in fiber. So rich in fiber, I have like nuts. So you have your different types of nuts. And I use all my nuts. So I get almond and hazelnuts, and all the different types of nuts. You need to use like your seeds, like your pumpkin seeds and all of that as well, and your uh, uh, pine nuts and all of those things. So I tend to blend them all together. I crush them in my food processor, and I have that in a container. So whatever I am eating, I can just take it and put it all together, and I can have that whether I'm having yogurt. I can put it in my yogurt because that helps with your microbiome as well. I can use it in anything that I eat. So having those healthy snacks would really help you. But you also have like your fermented as well. and I have some sauerkraut here, and you have your kimchi and your kefir, and all that helps with getting your microbiome going. So you have your gut health. So you really want to be taking care of your gut and looking after it with as much care as possible. One of the other things I forgot to mention in terms of your stem cells was chocolate, dark chocolate. So I use really dark chocolate, and I use like a 70% chocolate. So again, you're taking things that are really going to help to protect you and protect your cells and defense. They're going to boost your immunity. They're going to boost your microbiome. They're going to support your stem cells, and they're going to boost your angiogenesis. So when you have these fermented foods, these foods the bacteria in the gut, and they help with promoting digestion and overall well-being. So your overall health is good when you can eat a variety of foods. I also have an avocado. You can have an avocado. So I have an avocado. I love avocado. Eating avocado if I do, and I also use tofu. So I eat tofu as well. So that really helps with my microbiome. And then we come to our DNA. So our DNA protection. We want to protect our DNA, and this is where you're going to eat lots of your nuts and your seeds. And it's helped to strengthen your telomere because it's all about regeneration. So it's all about anti-aging and things like that. So it strengthens your telomere, and so which means your the lines, your fine lines and things like that. You're is stronger, so your skin has a lot more elasticity. That's how I tend to look at it. So it tends to it do that. So you're not like your almonds, and watercress is a very good thing that you can use as well. And you have your blueberries, your spinach, tomatoes. I love tomatoes. So I get like the cherry tomatoes, and I have like a cherry tomato. So all day long, I will be passing by the basket and I take a cherry tomato and I eat my cherry tomato. So again, rich in antioxidants. So like you have your pumpkin seeds, and as I said, your walnut and your almonds, your pumpkin seeds, they are all rich in antioxidants, and they have zinc as well. So it helps to protect your cells from damage. So that's the whole thing is about prevention. My grandmother used to say prevention is better than cure. I will always refer to her because, as far as I was concerned, when I was younger, it's like this lady is going to kill us. But what she was doing was killing us with good health, with love. But I didn't understand that. I thought some of the foods taste terrible and I didn't like eating certain things. And as I grew up, I started eating more and more and more stuff. So that really helps. Um, and then you have things like I eat like garlic. The first time I ate the normal garlic, I felt like my head was going to burst. It was on fire. So I cook with that. I use lots of garlic in my food, but I also have black garlic. So I get black garlic and it's fermented. So I eat a lot of black garlic as well. And those are some of the things that you could be eating, and that helping to boost. And we have our immune system. Again, you can have like a bowl of smoothie, and you can top that up with various nuts. As I said, when I have smoothie, I use all my chopped nuts and I put it over it, and I can have it. And that's like a healthy snack, or maybe on lunch, or you have like a breakfast. And it's making sure that you have the combination of foods which are going to help you. And it's easy for you to pack those things in a container and take them to work with you so that you have something healthy. You can make like your hummus. Like I use the same nuts and I make like a dip, and I put olive oil, I put honey, I can put like maple syrup, I put honey, I put the nuts, and I put some garlic, and I didn't put onion because I don't want onion to spoil it, but I put chili pepper, and chili pepper is Very, very good. So I mix all my chili pepper, and I have my chili pepper here, and I preserve them with some rock salt, and I have olive oil. So when I'm cooking, I just take a bit of my chili, and it's really hot, really, really hot. So you don't really want to use too much, otherwise you'll be like, okay. Unless you like spicy, then you can put as much as you like. But I like spicy, but not too spicy. I like to enjoy my food when I eat it. So, and you have things like your turmeric and all of that. So I'm just giving you things that you can make as a healthy snack. So you have that, and you can use that to help your immune system. So you have your foods for your vitamin D that is going to help. Sorry, I have another thing here where I wrote some things down, so I'm just looking at it as well, just to give you as much information as possible. Um, so you have your fruits, you have your for your immune system, you have your fresh fruits, you have your blueberries, you have your raspberries, and those are rich in antioxidants. But you also have your nuts and your seeds, like your sunflower seeds. Um, you have your and that's anti-inflammatory. So healthy fats. So you want to have your healthy fats, your dried nuts, apricot. I remember a friend telling me about apricot seeds, um, this like the nuts, and I tried it and I thought I could eat a lot. So I took like a handful, and my gosh, it was bitter. And then I called and I said, "How much nuts should I be eating?" And she said, "Only three." I said, "Well, I ate a handful." I was like, "Oh." So that again is, and lots of the foods that you are going to be eating fight diseases. So I chose a lot of the foods that would help me with combating cancer. Okay, so a lot of them kill cancer cells, so they help you to recover and they help to build you up. So that is the whole purpose of me coming to you and talking to you about the type of foods you should be having within your diet to really help you. Another one that I generally tend to use is onions. So I use red onions. I use purple sweet potatoes, not the purple skin one, but purple, actual purple sweet potatoes. And you have purple potatoes with the skin and a purple pinky, but I use real purple potatoes, and that is very rich as well. So it really helps to give you the nutrients that you need. So you're not just eating five a day for just eating five a day. And as I said, when I listened to the doctor yesterday in one of the program that I went on, what she said was, if we can feed our children the good foods from very young, apparently that just works on the systems of the body. So I think one of the reasons why I was so healthy and was able to combat any diseases and help me is because we were fed these things and everything was grown in our garden. So we didn't have to go buy it and it was full of pesticides. Now the soil is not as good as it was 40, 50 years ago. I mean, not even 20 years ago is our soil any good anymore. It's just so polluted. But if you can grow your own foods, like you have everything organic, then that's another thing that Dr. William Lee spoke about is that he didn't think organic was real. And he thought, why did he have to spend so much on food? But then he found out that using organic was much better than just going to the supermarket. So go to the farmers market. I tend to go to the farmers market in Dorchester. So if you live here in the UK and you live in Dorset, you can go to the farmers market in Dorchester and you can get lots of fresh foods there. If you don't and know you have your farmers market, doesn't matter what country you live in, there are farmers markets around where you can go and you can get different types of food to help to build your system. One of the things that I ask for when I go to the market, can you get me some purple potatoes? Because I don't live like close to London where I can go to Shepherd Bush or Hackney or wherever and get those things. I remember once ordering Dasheen and Tanya online, again, which is good for cancer. And they chop it in half and sent me what they wanted. So I stopped ordering, because then if I ordering something, I want it whole. I don't want you chopping something and sending me what you want. And then when it gets here, it's kind of spoiled. It doesn't make any sense. So I just stop. I go to the market and I get what I can, what I don't have, then I do without. And I also use things like okra. So okra is very good. It's kind of slimy, but there are lots of different ways. Maybe one of these days I'll be able to do one of my cooking in the kitchen and be able to show you what it is I generally do. So, last but not least, why am I saying all of this to you? I'm saying it to you because I believe that when we have knowledge, we are able to help ourselves. We can't depend on other people to feed us. Yes, they can feed us, but what are they giving us? Do we know what we are getting? When we buy a sandwich, do we know what's in the sandwich? Do we know whether they wear gloves? Do we know what it is? Did that meat fall on the floor? What it is that we are getting? We are not sure. And yes, we can grab something quickly, but we shouldn't be doing that every single day of the year. Okay, so take time to make some preparation. It's easy to put nuts and stuff in a little container and have that with you, to have your berries and stuff like that. Again, that's easy to take along with you to work or wherever you might be going, so that you can get the nutrition that your body needs. As I said before, I'm a holistic. I say holistic because I work on the whole. I work from inside out, and I look at the physical as well as the spiritual, as well as the mental, so the emotional health. We have to look at all these different areas. So you have the seven pillars of health, which is your physical, your spiritual, your social, your mental, your emotional, your financial, your environmental. So you have, and then you have your work as well. So you want to look in probably eight different pillars. So you really want to look at that and see, how can I make myself better? What can I do to improve my well-being? And how can I work on these five systems of my body? Wow, that was a mouthful, wasn't it? So I really enjoy talking about it, because I know what it did for me and I know what it can do for you. So delicious snacks, and no wonder how our body crave these things. So whether you are supporting your angiogenesis, or nurturing your microbiome, or protecting your DNA, it doesn't matter which one you're doing. These snacks are nutritious, or you're supporting your stem cells as well. I forgot to mention that. So doesn't matter what you're doing. All of these snacks are very good, boosting your immunity. These snacks are tasty and nutritious. So if there is something that you don't like, there is uh, there is something else you can find. And what I would say as well, one of the things that I did was have intermittent fasting in between, so that I wasn't eating like maybe 5 meals a day. And if you do, you're eating small. Okay. So you're not going to eat big meal all at once. So when you have some intermittent fasting, that really helps to give your body time to heal as well. So think along those lines. Don't think, oh my gosh, I'll be hungry. You'll be fine. So um, when you're thinking of anything, just think about, why am I doing it? Think intentionally. Why am I doing it? What is it going to do? How is it going to help me? What are the benefits of it? And so who, what, why, and when. When do I eat it? What do I do? How this thing. So who, what, why, and when. And let me remind you that I do have a program called uh, Unstoppable Resilience, Three Powerful Practices to Take Your Power Back. So, as you listen to me, if you know of anyone who need to find out about these types of foods that they can eat for the different systems in their body that would help them, not just eating your five a day. That's all they tell us, eat our five a day. And yes, we know it's nutritious, but why? Why are we eating five a day? What is the purpose? So this is going a little bit deeper on the scientific side of food. As I said, my grandmother, who passed away some years now, I would call her a medical doctor without the certification, because the things that she used to give us, the things that she used to make us eat and drink and take as cleansers, my word, they were not tasteful, some of them. They repeated on you, but we never had any type of skin concerns, because she made sure we ate what was in season and what was not in season. So we didn't eat anything out of season. Everything has a plan and a purpose for our life. So I do hope that what I've shared with you today, that you find it educational and information. I know it's a lot of information. So if you're in any doubt at all, please don't hesitate to send me a message, or don't hesitate to have a conversation with me. As I said, I do offer complimentary consultation. There is no hassle. You don't have to make a decision to work with me, because I may not be your fit, but somebody else will be your fit. But if you want to look after your health and your well-being and to fight off diseases, the best way to go about it is to look after the five defenses in your body and eat the food that will help to protect, to boost, and to encourage your cells to go. So you want to support, you want to boost, and you want to protect. These are the things that you would do. You will do that for your family, you will do that for yourself, do that for your body. We will buy whatever we want for our homes, we'll buy whatever we want for our car. But when it comes to ourselves, we find it very hard. Even if we have to go to a wedding, we will spend whatever it takes to get that dress or that shoes, because we want to look good. You cannot look good without a healthy system, without a healthy body. So, first of all, take care of yourself. Look after yourself, because you having a healthy body with a healthy mind, you can't beat that. You cannot beat that. So I just want to say thank you for being here with me. And for those of you who is going to be listening to it on the other end, I want to say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. And thank you for your support, for being here with me throughout. So this is day 12 of my 30-day challenge, to be here with you and to give you as much information as I can, which has helped me on my journey. So take care and God bless. See you tomorrow. Thank you.